Hi, my name is Brian Morrell. I'm an arranger and orchestrator, but on this project, I'm principally down as the conductor of the string section for the new film. I thought the string writing was extremely strong on this film. I didn't know what to expect because having done loads of session work, this is one of the few sessions I've done purely as a conductor, and it's certainly the first Indian film I've ever done. The string writing was excellent. There were some lovely harmonic colours and lovely kind of instrumental lines and very lyrical writing. It's the biggest surprise really for the string players certainly, and me for a few days before when I got the charts, was the 9/8 and the 7/8 time signatures. Traditionally, in a European perspective, we tend to rationalise them in groups of three as triplets. And in Garisha's, basically in Indian music, it's obviously the 9 is just a number, and the way the music is grouped individually is completely different. That was something I'd never done before, and that was extremely exciting to do. I think the quality of string plays was very good. I mean, most of the work I've done, in fact all the work I've done with string sections before has been in London, and there is absolutely no difference in standard at all. At the very least they are a match for that. And in terms of the way they behaved in the session and the way they went with the flow, was very professional and very good. Well, I met Grish a few years ago when he was at Leeds College of Music, but up until then this was the first time I'd seen it. It's certainly the first time I'd heard his music. And when I was asked to do an Indian film, I suppose I thought it would be, I've got very kind of typical views of what that might be, but his writing is very modern. It's very now, and his string writing in particular is extremely powerful. The kind of clusters he gets and the kind of colours he gets from the harmonies and the divisions in the notes and stuff, extremely accomplished string arranger. Because that kind of writing is a product of its arrangement. You can't divorce the composition from the arrangement in that kind of writing. You can't say, oh, it's a nice tune or whatever. Basically, it is hostage to how good the orchestration is. The orchestration has to be 100% spot on, and it absolutely was. There wasn't one wrong note on all those parts. I noticed that in particular, which I haven't already shared with you. I think the music that Garish has written for this film works perfectly well in the film. The thing about film music is it's not real music. It basically, the way it works and the way it's designed to work is within a film context. And like I said, the colours that he's achieved work brilliantly well, and they particularly work well within that film setting. Having seen a couple of the scenes now that the music is going to go to, I can absolutely see it fitting brilliantly well. I think he's an extremely talented composer. I think it's gone really well, I really do. It's been managed really well, and it always surprises me when you actually look at a project and you actually try and preordain what you're going to manage to get done in one day. It always magically actually ends up being that way, which is really good. But I think basically a good studio, well managed. The whole session was well managed, and that's what really matters. These things have got to be well structured. A good choice of studio, good choice of string players, good choice of conductor, and overall great film and a great product. And basically, this thing I think is one of probably in terms of the relationship between the producers and engineers and the on the spot conductor. This has been probably the best experience I've ever had, because two things really. Because A, it was well managed and well structured, but also because both guys in the studio were musicians, and you could talk to them in that language. Normally there is a barrier, and that barrier can add anything like 20-30% onto a session time, and something that should have taken 1 day can take 2 days. If the two guys in the studio speak your language, then essentially the whole thing is cut in half, and you can achieve a massively good result in half the time.